Hello and welcome. This is Business Incorporated coming to you live from our Lagos studios here in Nigeria. I'm Chimeze Obi Iwago. And coming up on the show, the 2018 mid-year statutory meeting of key West African monetary institutions begins today in Nigeria. And Nigeria's total foreign trade for the second quarter of the year contracts by 8.89%. Plus, Moody's cuts South Africa 2018 economic growth forecast by half. Let's get the show started now with the markets and beginning with trading here in Africa. The JSE index reversed into the green at intraday, up 0.27%, shrugging off the news on the country entering into recession. Egypt was also in the green, up 0.29%. However, the Nigerian stock market showed red, down by 0.03%, led by the banking sector. Kenya was down on Wednesday. And in the Middle East, sentiments remain low as only the Dubai financial market was up at intraday. The index was trading up by 0.29%. Others tilted southwards. And in Europe, stocks traded slightly lower in early trade amid ongoing concerns over emerging markets and potential new U.S. tariffs on China. Brexit is also on tap. Let's bring in Ulrich Batz now to unpack all of these and more for us. Hello, Ulrich. Good afternoon and welcome to the show once again.
Thank you very much. Hi.
So Brexit remains a top story, with former British Prime Minister Tony Blair telling Bloomberg that there should be a second Brexit vote. How is the German authorities positioning for a deal or no deal scenario?
Well, clearly for a deal scenario. The Chancellor said as much when she was talking here right in this building to all sorts of bankers, about 300 bankers on Tuesday evening. And her topic was, for a good part of her talk, the Brexit, the consequences and what she thought of it. And she said she wouldn't rule out that there was no deal in the end. But she clearly said that she would prefer that one came to an agreement. It's just that important. What she didn't say, but I think what a lot of people in Berlin, but all over the place, also here and on the floor behind me, are thinking, please, Brits, have a second referendum, have a second thought, give into that. Of course, there's not much hope with Parliament being the Parliament it is at the moment, and it's up to the British people. But surely people here believe that whatever, with deal or no deal, it is a no-win situation for the UK and for Europe.
Now, the emerging markets continue to make news as the stocks there continue to flirt with the bears. Now, how is the market reacting to comments about the future of certain emerging markets, including Argentina, from big investment firms on Wall Street?
I think the developments in the emerging markets and the reactions in the currency market and then analyst comments, they're kind of going hand in hand, fueling one another, contributing to a kind of a spiral there. And we're seeing comments today from major finance companies like BlackRock, like the JP Morgan Chase, and they're speaking of contagion and of investors that would like to avoid the risk of further contagion. And they, on the other hand, are seeing a very strong dollar as a place to go to. So not a very good place at the moment in emerging markets, in investors' stances there. And contagion within the emerging markets, but people, of course, are also musing, perhaps also to the industrial countries if it gets really bad. We're not that place yet, but people are monitoring this very closely every day.
In the corporate world, Commerzbank will be replaced in the DAX by a technology firm on September 24. Let us into this and why.
Yeah, the technology firm, it's basically a grown-up fintech. It's only about 18 years old, and it comes from a little place outside of Munich. And it only has a couple of thousand employees, but its stock market value, and this is the key issue, its stock market value is more than twice that of the Commerzbank. and the Commerzbank had the least stock market value within the DAX, and this time it was enough for the Deutsche Börse to say, well, this much lower and not much any lower anymore, because there's someone to replace it. And interestingly, an old traditional bank founded 1870, Germany's second largest bank, with thousands of private customers, thousands of business customers, with international business offices in almost every financial capital you could think of in the world, being replaced by a grown-up fintech. But that fintech, that Wirecard, specialist in payment processes and technology, is just all that more profitable, seems to carry more hope for the future. And that's why in the DAX, as of September 24th, you'll be seeing the Commerzbank out and Wirecard, the company from just outside Munich, in.
Well, we'll wait to see how that works. Thank you for your time, Ulrich.